What is up, guys? This is Mateos, 2020 Politics here. Happy 5 days to Christmas. Got a candy cane here, something non-political. Great. Red, Republican, white, and neutral. I just thought politically again. That's my mind, because I was just playing a guessing game today, and some people were basically saying a random year, and I would just think politically. They were like, 2009. Oh, Obama got sworn in. that was my answer. So I just had to think politically about this candy cane and just ruin the whole thing. No, I'm messing with you. I didn't ruin the whole thing. It was fine. I just made it moderately awkward. So anyway, today I'm gonna be talking about the awards for the debaters last night. So first, let me just discuss how I think the debate went. So, first of all, my main complaint was that it was 3 hours long. That was just too damn long. Especially since about half an hour to the ending, I started talking to a friend on Instagram, and I started falling behind on listening, so I had to rewind it back. So for me, it was more like 3.5 hours. Oh, it even gets me sick to say that. That's literally longer than The Irishman or any Godfather movie. No, that's so 3 hours and 3.5 hours. That makes me gulp. That's so long, right? So I had to go through that, and I had a headache by the ending. And, you know, they were saying that it was going to start at 8, but usually when they say it starts at 8, it just means they're going to talk about the debate at 8 until 9 when it actually begins at 9. So I wasn't expecting for it to actually begin at 8. I was kind of unprepared. My dinner wasn't made. So I thought it was kind of cool how PBS and Politico were hosting a debate, because they aren't really big news networks. They don't have a really big budget. You could see it was more basic. The background was much more white. Of course, the wall and the candidates too were much more white. But yeah, there was a smaller audience, smaller wall, much more simple. Just a smaller place in general. So it was a bit low budget, but it was kind of cute, a bit adorable how low budget it was. Because it wasn't any news network like Fox or CNN or ABC or NBC or MSNBC or New York Times. It was Political and PBS, which was actually a pretty interesting combination. So, after briefly discussing, was I really going to say briefly, really, Mateo? After briefly discussing the, overall thought of the debate that I came up with personally, I'm now going to discuss the awards for the debaters of the December 19th, 2019 Democratic Party presidential primary debate. Yes, I didn't mess up. It was a long name. So now we have the debate awards. Winner. And this one is by a long shot. This is an easy call. Bernie Sanders. Now, mind you, I don't have a bias here. In the very first debate, he was kind of flat, and I called him out for it. I said he just didn't do well in the first debate. He kind of came across as not as a loser, but more of a flatliner, which is a new award I have now. And, with most debates, when I called him the winner, it wasn't so clear. So if somebody else said, oh, Warren won, or somebody else won, I would respect them. But with this debate, it's just, you gotta admit Bernie won. He just did an amazing job. It's his best one yet, by far. Why? Because he went full 2016 Bernie mode. He kept bringing up statistics, which I've been telling him to do, but he hasn't been listening to me. Not that he should listen to me, because he probably doesn't even know who I am. Although I wish he did. So he usually doesn't come up with statistics. He usually just kind of rants. But he didn't rant this time. He used statistics. He said, blah, 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 amount of the American people are homeless. And blah, 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 amount of thousands of Americans that are veterans have gone homeless. Da-da-da, amount of thousands of Americans have gone bankrupt. Things like that. And he got it across. He said it at least 3 times. Really got the deal across that he was the working people candidate, fighting for the poor and the people who have gone bankrupt, and people who believe that people shouldn't be going bankrupt. For example, my family is in no risk of going bankrupt. We don't live paycheck to paycheck, but we are in the middle class, and we believe that he is fighting for the American people. He doesn't really represent us, but he does represent a large portion of the American people, and he's generally very working class. That's why I support him. And that's what many other people are going to think after watching this debate, because he did an amazing job. He showed so many statistics. even got Biden a bit. He destroyed him on the Iraq War. He was like, listen up, Biden. You voted for the Iraq War. It was disastrous. And Joe Biden was like, just completely shut up. He stopped talking. Except he grinned and smiled, which he always does after getting destroyed in debate, because he wants to have the last word, or the last moment. He can't accept he lost. So, yeah, Bernie did really well, not only with the statistics, but with Medicare for All. He argued why we should have Medicare for All, and he used the statistics as evidence for that. The decent debaters. I'm going to probably change the word decent, because it's kind of strange to have two words with the first letter D right next to each other, but also because it just doesn't represent this award. So this award, the Decent Debaters Award, but I should say the Good Debaters Award, or the Great Debaters Award, but it sounds kind of awkward, means you did pretty well, actually. You were kind of impressive, but just not enough to become a winner. This is Andrew Yang. Now, Andrew Yell, why am I making so many vocal typos today? I don't know why. I never make these. So, Andrew Yang, apart from the first debate, actually has done very well. He's never been the official winner, in my opinion, but he just always does well. He always seems to know exactly what he's doing, kind of relaxed. He always knows his math. He always knows his statistics. He knows what he's saying. So, that's, the reason why he is a decent debater, or a great debater in this debate, but just not enough to win. So, pretty self-explanatory for why he did pretty well. Flatliner, meaning the person was just flat, pretty forgettable. I'm actually a bit surprised to say this myself. Elizabeth Warren. Now, she didn't do badly, but once again, she was just kind of flat. And let's be honest here. There aren't any memorable moments from her. Well, at least she's more memorable than Tom Steyer. But literally nobody can get less memorable than him, so he's out of this whole equation thing. But with Elizabeth Warren, she was surprisingly flat. And one thing I've noticed is that, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but as time has gone on, she has gone a bit more flat at the debates. In the first couple debates, you could say the first 3 debates, she actually did a pretty great job. She was almost like Bernie's assistant, Bernie 2.0. But then the 4th one, she just came across as pretty good, but just mildly flat. The 5th one, she became just flatter, and this time she was just fully flat, nothing memorable. So she's on a steady but obvious and clear decline. Why? I don't know. It's the exact opposite case with Bernie. But with her, she's just been steadily becoming less memorable at the debates. Because if you really pick out all of the moments and dissect it, you'll see there's nothing really that you can remember there. It was just kind of a candidate. And I always try to look at this from the perspective of people who've never seen a debate before. It's their first time. They're going to see her as a random candidate. Like, they don't even know what she represents because of how okay she was. Again, she didn't do badly, okay? She was fine. She did a pretty decent job, but she just wasn't memorable. Now, the dark horse. You didn't win, but you did pretty well, actually. That is Joe Biden. I'm a bit sad to say it is, but he actually did decently well. And he always just gets destroyed. But unlike Warren, he's actually been becoming a bit better each time. So in the 5th debate, he got lucky. He never got brutally attacked by somebody, except for Bernie a bit. And it caused him to come out in one shape, or one shape and 90% of the other shape. But in one piece. I'm having personal typos today. I'm having vocal typos again. I just messed up again. I said personal typos. Vocal typos. So, Joe Biden, again, we're always getting attacked and just destroyed, and I still wonder why is it even in first place. We just keep getting attacked and destroyed. But this time, and last time, he did decently well. Especially this time, because when he was arguing with Bernie Sanders about the whole healthcare cost, Medicare for All v. Obamacare, he didn't necessarily win, but he didn't do a bad job either. I'm pretty sure an apolitical voter who watched the debate would have thought, I don't know if Bernie's right, the old man with the glasses and crazy hair, or Joe Biden is right, the one with smoother hair and no glasses. So, I don't think that's the way politically voted things. You probably know their names. But nevertheless, Joe Biden did pretty okay. He had some pretty good moments, actually. But not enough to be a decent debater, just enough to be a dark horse. He did an okay job, but it's just amazing compared to where he was in the other debates. Pretty surprising. Loser. To whoever is the loser in this debate, go home. Pack your bags. Tom Steyer, just go. You have been in this race long enough to have been in 3 debates, all of which you've just been flat, not memorable. There isn't a single thing he's ever said that's been memorable, except for the whole, I am, fighting for climate change is my number one issue. Well, that's many candidates' number one issues. I mean, you don't know what you're talking about, and he's trying to push this whole narrative of I'm unique. He's trying to push the whole narrative of I'm unique because I think climate change as the number one existential threat to the world. And it's like, many candidates think that. You're not unique in any way. So, he's this billionaire guy. He has somehow managed to get into all the debates and has more than 0.1% support. Somehow, I don't know how. Although he just isn't memorable in any way, shape, or form in any of the debates. And I don't know why he's running. And it gets me upset because now that he's in the top 7, he's probably like, oh my gosh, look, I'm a big candidate. I'm important. I'm relevant. I got to beat the other 6 candidates. Oh my gosh, I'm in the top 7. No, you don't offer anything. You don't contribute anything. You're not unique in either way. Please, just go. That sounds a bit bullyish, actually. But seriously, he has to go. He just isn't offering anything. He has to realize that. Except for I dislike Trump and I believe in climate change, which literally every single Democrat does. So, thank you for watching this video, guys. One quick summary of the awards for this debate. Winner, Bernie Sanders. The great/decent debater, Andrew Yang. Remember, I changed it from decent to great. Flatliner, Elizabeth Warren. Dark horse, Joe Biden. And loser, Tom Steyer. So, thank you for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys later.